Our next topic is Biot-Savart law. After that of Oersted experiment in the year of 1819, both Jean Baptiste Biot and Felix Savart did so many experiments on the force experienced by the magnet kept near the current carrying conductor, and afterwards they arrived one definition for magnetic field. Mathematically they proved, and next we will see about the definition and explanation of Biot-Savart law. In this Biot-Savart law, we have to observe one conductor. In this conductor, this is positive and negative terminal, and current is passing through in this direction. On the conductor, there is a small element. We have to take that element is dl, and P is the point which is kept at the distance r from the center. And in this point P, we have to calculate the magnetic field dB. And this r cap is nothing but it is a unit vector, and at this point we have to calculate the dB value. And next this Biot-Savart observed that the magnetic field dB is directly proportional to the current, and the magnetic field dB directly proportional to the small element dl, and this magnetic field dB is directly proportional to sine theta. This angle is in between dl and r cap, and this dB value is inversely proportional to 1 by r square. So overall combinedly we have to write the formula dB is directly proportional to ideal sine theta by r square. As usual, the proportionality symbol we have to take it out, add one constant, that is k. Therefore, dB equal to k into ideal sine theta by r square. And here the k value we have to write, that is mu naught by 4 pi in SI unit. Suppose in CGS system when we are writing k value means it is 1. And next, in this vector notation, we have to write dB bar, which is equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal vector into r cap divided by r square. So this is known as the Biot-Savart law. And here the direction of dB vector is perpendicular to both dl into r cap. So dB vector, which is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl vector into r cap divided by r square. This is only for the small element dl value. Suppose the total element value we have to calculate, the total magnetic field we have to calculate, that is dB equal to integral of dB vector equal to mu naught I by 4 pi integral of dl vector into r cap divided by r square. Here we have to take two cases. One is theta value is 0 and theta value is 90. Suppose theta value 0 means in the same diagram we have to go. In this diagram, suppose theta value 0 means the value we are calculating P value is on the surface of the conductor. Therefore, theta value 0 means sine 0, 0. Therefore, the total dB value equal to 0. And next, when we substitute theta value is 90. When it is 90 means the angle is like that. So, in 90 means the sine 90 value is 1. Therefore, dB vector equal to k into I dl n cap divided by r square. This is the maximum value. And next we will discuss about some similarities between Coulomb's law and Biot-Savart law. Here the electric field and magnetic field, Coulomb's law, Biot-Savart law, and the Coulomb's law formula F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by r square. And the electric field we have to write it means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by r square. And here in the Biot-Savart law, dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal sine theta by r square. So in the both formula, in denominator r square value is there. Therefore, these two formulas which is obey the inverse square law and are long range field. And second point is this Coulomb's law and this Biot-Savart law obey the principle of superposition. So we know that the principle of superposition for electric field E vector equal to E1 vector plus E2 vector and so on En vector, and for magnetic field B vector equal to B1 vector plus B2 vector plus and so on Bn vector. So this is a superprincipal position. And third point is the electric field is directly proportional to Q charge. And here the electric field is directly proportional to I into dl. So this relation we call, so it is known as the linear relation. So what is meant by linear relation means, suppose if you take in the mathematical formula y is equal to kx, here y power is 1, k power is 1. So the power is equal. So that means it is known as the linear relation. So that this Coulomb's law and Biot-Savart law, they have some relation, and that is linear with respect to the source. Therefore, in magnitude we have to write E is directly proportional to Q and B is directly proportional to IDL. And next topic is a difference between Coulomb's law and Biot-Savart law. So here electric field and magnetic field, the formula E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square, and here dB vector equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl into r cap by r square. Instead of sin theta I am writing here. So the first point, the electric field produced by a scalar source, that is an electric charge q, it is a scalar product. And here in this magnetic field dB is produced by a vector source, that is the current element IDL is a vector form. This is the first difference. And second difference, it is directed along the position vector joining the source and to the point at which the field is calculated. Let us take this diagram, charge q, position vector, this is a electric field. So this two, when we are connecting, the direction of the electric field is in this direction. And here in this magnetic field, it is directed perpendicular to the position vector R and the current element IDL. In this diagram, so this is a point P and this is DL, and the I into DL position vector direction is in this direction. So when this DL and R value, the vector formation is both are perpendicular, so that the vector formation is like that. And third point is this electric field does not depends on any angle. See the both the formulas. In both the formulas, the E vector there is no theta value, but here dB vector, here sin theta value is there. Therefore, the third point does not depend on angle, and here it depends on the angle between the position vector R and the current element IDL.